You ain't in the end zone, you in the Ren zone.
Oh, hey, you're not in the end zone, you're in the Ren zone. And what's up, people? We are back with another episode of renZoneTV, the prediction episode. So, y'all, I want to say we came into this week of week 3 NFL and week 4 of college football. We came in 26-11, and I am proud to say we are still in the win column. We are coming in at 34-18. All right. We did have a successful week. We did get a lot of losses, though, but like I said, man, winning is a win, bro. 34-18, we are over 500. Boom. Starting off with the NFL, man. Steelers against the Patriots. My boys did get the win against the Patriots, but another bump in the road, man. Last week, we were talking about how the defense, I wanted to see a lot more from my boys. The defense did wonderful. It was the offense. Our defense had 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers, y'all. And we only won by 1 possession. That tells you, without them 5 turnovers, we're losing that game, man. I just want to see us have a collective game where we're hitting on all cylinders, special teams, defense, and offense, man. Because we'll look like a good team, I believe, bro. We just got to get it all right. Moving to the Bengals and the Vikings. I had the Bengals winning because I thought Jake Browning was more, we saw him. Carson Wentz channeled his own self, and they whooped the Bengals' ass. So that was my first loss for predictions. Another win prediction was the Colts against Titans, man. Shout out Danny Dimes. He's still on his run. Shout out Daniel Jones, man. He's looking like he's going to be a new coming of the Baker Mayfield, Sam Bradford story because he's turning his shit around from how we saw him in New York Giants, man. Shout out Colts. They did beat the Titans. Rams against the Eagles. I had the Rams winning. But when I tell you, I lost that prediction by this much. That much will be a understatement, bro. A game-winning block by Jordan Davis made the Rams lose that game. A crazy block. Not only as big as Jordan Davis is as a defensive tackle, he not only blocked it, he got enough time to recover it, pick it up, and outrun the whole special teams from the Rams and score the touchdown. In reality, he could have just recovered it and fell. No, he's a dog. He picked that shit up and scored, bro. And that was the second block, man. Him and Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis looks real scary, bro. And not just defensive line. It looks like they scare you on special teams. They're going to have to kick in these extra points playing the Eagles, but they're going to see that that's a threat now with 2 blocks in 1 game. Shout out to the Eagles, though. I did have the Rams winning, though, so that was my loss. That was a loss. Bucks against the Jets. I had the Bucks winning. Shout out to Baker, man. Another game-winning drive, bro. I think that was 3. He played 3 games so far. In every game, he has had a game-winning drive, man. He's looking like the most clutch quarterback in the league right now, technically. Commanders against the Raiders. I had the Raiders winning. Commanders end up beating them. Chargers against the Broncos. I had the Chargers. I thought the Chargers were going to get humbled with a good Denver defense. Chargers still somehow pulled that out. Shout out Hardball, bro. He's coaching them boys real good, man. And they're looking pretty good, bro. They look like a contender in the AFC. But I lost that prediction at the Broncos winning. Cowboys against the Bears. I had the Cowboys winning. With my luck, the Cowboys lost. I made that decision off ahead of way. Caleb Williams hasn't been able to piece it together. But boy, do I tell you, he picked this game to piece that shit together. He looked like the Caleb Williams that got drafted first round, first pick. The play that we've been waiting for him to look like. Shout out Ben Johnson, because I feel like Ben Johnson's going to get the best play out of that team. He's a good coach. And that's it for all the NFL predictions. Moving on to week 4 of college football. Auburn against Oklahoma, man. I thought Oklahoma was going to pull it off. Mateer looked... Oh, no, they did. I was right. Let me shut up. Mateer, he looks like he's going to be a Heisman finalist for the Oklahoma, their quarterback. They did beat Auburn. I was right with that. Down to my first loss prediction in college football. That team up north, shitty Michigan. they end up being Nebraska. And that was an impressive win, man. I'm not going to be biased just because I don't like Michigan. That was an impressive win. Nebraska's not a bad team. They end up rallying and being Nebraska. Obviously, that's going to be one of their biggest wins of the season so far for Michigan. But I did lose that prediction. Florida against Miami. I got back in the win column. I did predict Miami winning, which they did. Florida, man, like I said last week, bro, I'm going to keep saying that. This is Nate Pierce last year, but, man, Lagway, bro. We got to see more than you, bro. The hype was real. You and Arch, the hype was real high with y'all, bro. And y'all are not fulfilling that hype. But I had Miami winning, and they did win. Moving to the Illinois-Indiana game. I had Illinois winning. Not only was I wrong about that, I was terribly wrong. Indiana whooped their ass. Shout out to Indiana, man. They look like another good year for them. I know they did good, made it to the playoffs last year, but they beat a good Illinois team. And then the last three predictions, I was right. I had Texas Tech being Utah. I was right. I had Oregon being Oregon State. I was right about that. And last, Notre Dame being Purdue. Another dub. Like I said, we are 34-18. Another round of applause. I love the clapping. I love the clapping. Now coming to Week 5 predictions of the NFL / Week 6 of college football, man. We got college football. This is probably the best week for them, bro. We have a lot of big games that could go either way, y'all. How I look at it, I'm either going to elevate. I might split half and half. I either might elevate my record or I might lose everything, bro. Because all these games could literally go each way, bro. Starting off with the LSU against Ole Miss. I got LSU being Ole Miss. Illinois versus USC. I got Illinois being them. Y'all better not let me down again. I was rallying for y'all against Indiana. Y'all better not make me lose again, man. This prediction, we need this prediction record over 500, Illinois. Ohio State versus Washington. Of course, I got my Buckeyes beating Washington. Texas A&M and Auburn. It's a hard one, but I got A&M pulling that off. Georgia against Alabama. I do have Georgia rallying beating Alabama. Alabama's just not that Alabama that we know anymore, man. They're beatable, and Georgia still has Kirby Smart. Alabama doesn't have Nick Saban. Give me Georgia. Penn State against Oregon. A lot of people, I got some Oregon friends that didn't like this pick. I got Penn State, man. Penn State's they're a more established team. A lot of these players a lot of these starters, especially on offense, all came back. Especially basically what we did with Ohio State last year. Penn State rallied together. A lot of them players could have went to the draft. They denied it and came back together. And with that, and this with the quarterback play, I'm picking Drew Aller over Dante Moore. Not saying Dante not bad, but Drew Aller, I'm picking him over that. And I think it may come down to quarterback play. So I got Penn State over Oregon. Switching to the NFL predictions. Steelers and Vikings got a Sunday morning Ireland game. Ireland. I got the Steelers beating the Vikings. Eagles against the Bucks. I have the Bucks pulling this off and beating the Eagles. This is my second week going against the Eagles. Hopefully I don't get another loss. Ravens and the Chiefs. I got the Ravens being them. A sad, heartbreaking loss for them last week. They got a lot to prove. I got the Ravens being them. Colts against the Rams. The Rams, I feel like, will give the Colts their first loss. Packers against Cowboys. Micah's going to get his get back and beat the Cowboys. I got Green Bay over them. And last, the Bears against the Raiders. I have Pete Carroll and the Raiders beating Ben Johnson and the Bears. Like I said, the Bears will be, Ben Johnson looks like he's figuring things out, but I still just have the Raiders beating the Bears. Hopefully, like I said, we stay in the win column. We're going to see how this goes, y'all, bro. Each week, it's a coin flip, man. We all in this shit together, bro. Hopefully, we stay 34-18. That's all I will say. Well, no, that's not what I'm at. There's one more thing I will say on top of all of that. Where was it? I had a note somewhere. Oh, yeah. You ain't in the end zone. You in the Ren zone. Peace!